So now let's spend a few minutes on an area that causes a great deal of confusion among prospective residents and financial advisors alike, and that's the various types of contracts. Almost any type of contract offered by a CCRC will fall under one of 5 main types. Let's quickly go through a description of each. You should understand that communities don't necessarily come out and say which type of contract they offer. You almost have to be able to identify it based on the contract specifications. And some communities may even offer a couple of different types of contracts to choose from. The first type is something called Type A, or often referred to as an extensive or life care contract. Relatively speaking, a person will pay the highest entrance fee for this type of contract than any other type. The reason is because it's essentially a way to prepay for future long-term care and nursing care needs. The idea is that no matter what level of care may be required in the future, the resident's monthly expenses will remain relatively flat. Now, before I talk about Type B, let's jump down to Type C, often referred to as a fee-for-service contract. With a Type C contract, the entrance fee will be lower than Type A or Type B on a relative basis. However, if the resident should ever require care, then the full per diem cost of that care will be added to their monthly fee, thus the name fee-for-service. This could potentially add several $1,000s per month to the resident's fees, depending on the level of care. So now, let's go back and talk about the Type B contract. Type B falls right in the middle. The entrance fee will also be somewhere in the middle, and there will be some level of prepayment for future care. For instance, a resident might get 30 or 60 days per year at no cost in the health facility, or perhaps they'll receive a discounted per diem rate on the cost of care. It isn't uncommon to see a discount of 40% or more off the regular rate in a modified contract. So the 2 remaining types of CCRC contracts are rental and equity. A rental contract will have no entrance fee, or maybe a nominal one, and all care is paid for at the full per diem rate, much like a Type C contract. Typically, you'll not find the same level of services and amenities that one of the other types of contracts offer. This is really intended to be the most affordable option among CCRC communities, notwithstanding the cost of care. Now, one other point about this type of contract: while residents always have priority access to health care, it may not necessarily be guaranteed in the contract as it is with other contract types. Finally, with an equity contract, the resident actually purchases and owns a unit within the community. This is for someone that likes the idea of owning, but also likes the additional services and amenities and health care offered by CCRCs. Since the resident is buying a home and not paying an entrance fee, the cost of health care will almost always be fee-for-service, with the resident paying the full per diem rate for that care.